To all who listen to this happy pod, welcome. My name is Noah Parker, and this is my world of wonder. Today, I am joined again by my best friend and little sister, Loran.
Hey, guys.
She wanted me to make you guys think she was somebody else.
Stop, don't tell them that. They're all going to question it. I'm not who you think I am.
No, she's actually Lauren's evil twin, Fran. You might think, based on seeing Loran in the last one, if you watched it on YouTube, that Loran is in fact the evil twin, but no. Fran here, she looks safer, but that makes it way worse. Okay. Anywho, so today, Loran and I wanted to hang out and talk about all of the attractions in Disney's Magic Kingdom, Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, and we're gonna rank them. It's like a tier list. Lauren's dying over here. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
It's the asthma.
Asthma in the middle of winter. So there's a lot of things on this list that we have never done before. I tried to keep out as much of the seasonal stuff as I can. So it should be pretty pure, just things that you can do all year round. But like I said, there's definitely stuff on here that we have never done before. So basically the way we're going to handle those is just, we're going to base them off of the idea, not so much the experience itself. But yeah, so, we'll kick things off, straight away here. Astro Orbiters is the first thing. It's alphabetical, so we have 51 items to get through here. So,
God.
Yeah, Astro Orbiters. What letter grade would you give that one? It's S, A, B, C, and D. S is like sublime, amazing, best of the best.
Wait, hold up. What were the letters again?
It's S, A, B, C, and D. And if we get something really terrible, we'll add an F.
I can't say that. Soprano, alto, bass, chunky.
That's my range.
Some people. Vocally, of course.
Yeah.
And then there's just
Derek. Okay.
Y'all should get it.
Okay.
Honestly,
I know where I put it.
I'd say a B.
A B?
Yeah, like it's a good ride, but it's also like the line dog. Not worth it.
You didn't make it as far as I thought you did. You would have.
What do you mean?
Without swearing. That's okay.
Beep.
I've got the beep on standby. It's all good. But yeah, no, I mean, the line is pretty ridiculous for it. I like the part where you have to get in the elevator. I don't like the elevator, but I like that you have to get in an elevator to get in. I do know
one, because I've done both Disney World and Disneyland, which I know we're doing Disney World.
Yeah.
But I will say the rides itself are very different in each park.
They are.
Which is weird because they're not.
I mean, Disneyland's Astro Orbiters is on the ground.
Is a lot higher.
Yeah.
I guess that probably makes sense.
Yeah. And me and Mom discovered during our trivia in the last full episode that the planets around it actually mimic the solar system, which is pretty cool.
That is pretty nice.
But I'll stick with the B for that with you. I think it's better. I would put it at A myself.
Really?
Yeah, because I do enjoy it a lot. Which is weird when you're afraid of heights. When you like a ride that's in the air a lot, it's weird.
You know what it reminds me of?
No, but I bet you're gonna tell me.
Yes. I thought there was a cricket on the floor.
No, it's just some fuzz.
It really makes me think of the. You're gonna cut this out anyway. Honestly, you don't need to leave this story in. But it reminds me of the gold something in Disneyland. The
Golden
silver.
Zephyr?
Yeah.
I
don't know why.
Well, they're both high and they both spin around.
Yeah, very much as well it takes for me.
That's fair.
Anyway.
Cool. So B for Astro Orbiters. That's fair. I'd agree with that. I mean, I put it higher, but for the queue because the queue is long.
Because of the queue,
it's got a long wait.
I know the queue doesn't have anything to do with the ride, but yeah, nobody's gonna be well. I can't say nobody.
Well,
Everyone waits for it, which is crazy.
I didn't go on it for a long time because the queue was always long.
Yeah.
That's my determining factor with whether or not I ride it is how long the queue is. So that's why I'm saying, screw it.
We
We'll put
didn't
it in
go
B.
on it for a very long time.
Yeah.
I think the first time I went on it was Disneyland.
Yeah. I don't
know if I've ever been on the one in Disney World now that I think about it. No,
See,
I definitely have.
Yeah, probably.
At least once.
When me and Adriana went for our honeymoon, it was the very first ride we rode in Magic Kingdom. So because it had a short line.
Like, let's go.
Yeah. Next up is the Barnstormer, featuring the great Goofini. Me and Caleb talked about this one, and it's a ride.
I think I have a little too much love for that ride.
Okay.
Because it's one of those rides, like, it's fun no matter how old you are, low-key.
Okay, see, I don't enjoy it.
Nobody can deny that.
I can. Yeah, I don't.
Like, it's not like a crazy, like, oh my God, I love this ride. I'm going to go on it every time. But, like,
no.
Like, especially when you're a kid, like, that's your first big roller coaster.
Yeah, and that's fair. For that reason, yeah.
Like, that is your first roller coaster. Well.
How about a C?
I was going to put it, like, I wasn't going to put it high.
Okay.
But I do
go
love
C
that
on
ride.
Because I can understand that. See, I think, well, I guess my first time in Disney was in 2005. And I would have been, like, 8, I think.
That sucks. My first time in Disney was 2004.
Yeah, and you were 1.
Yeah. Spoiled. Just kidding.
So that's fair. It is the first big roller coaster. It's probably got a lot of kids to become roller coaster junkies.
Also, I was going to say, you can't tell me
before.
it's not funny to be in line behind one of those kids who's freaking out over it, and you're like,
terrified.
This ride is nothing.
Okay, I will say when me and Adriana went on, I think we went on it anyway. Whatever. The last time I remember going on it, I do remember telling a child that it was terrifying. And that was the most fun thing on that ride, was that I got to make a kid think we're going to die.
Literally. No, I love messing with children.
It's the best. So from there we go to the Bippity Boppity Boutique. And this is the first of many things on this list that we have never done before. But I will give it credit for the idea behind it.
See, this one is kind of hard because right now in this moment, I'd put it maybe at like a B because I think it would be a little bit fun.
Right.
But I couldn't do it anyway now.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they cut it off. It's like
there's
10,
gotta be an age
I think, is the
limit.
cutoff. Like, it's young.
But when I was a child, that is all I ever wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it makes me want to put it a little higher.
You can put it a little higher. We'll put it at A. It's pretty.
It's a very cool idea. Like, it's,
yeah.
I will say from videos I've seen, it doesn't look as cool as I thought it was growing up.
Okay.
But it's also like they can't spend 3 hours making this kid look like a princess. So seeing how it's actually done is kind of like, oh.
Yeah, it has to be quick, but also worth the money.
Yeah, which is, it's not.
Yeah, fair enough. We won't dawdle on that too long because we don't have a lot to say about it. But next one down is the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
D. Just kidding.
D, bro. At least A.
I was gonna say,
if not S. At least A.
At night, it's an S.
Oh, at night, it's an S for sure.
So during the day, the only reason it's not an S is because it's just kind of like.
Yeah, it's a lot of moving around. We'll give it the A.
Okay.
Just because I'm gonna go off of an average.
Yeah.
And it's not even really average, but because it's an A during the day and it's an S at night, I think.
Yeah.
That ride is probably the reason I love roller coasters.
Most rides that are outside are easily an S at night.
Oh, for sure. Especially at Disney. Especially if you go during the fireworks.
I don't think I've ever been on a ride during fireworks.
Oh, dude, that's the best time to go on. And that was my favorite time to go on Splash Mountain because A, the line is super short when there's fireworks going on. And 2, when me and Marcy did it in like 2018 or whatever it was, we went, or it wasn't 18, 2016. Me and Marcy went on it during the fireworks, and we were on Splash Mountain, and when we crested the top right before we dropped, there was a bunch of, it was like boom, and then we dropped, and it was so cool.
That sounds amazing.
So yeah, A, solid A. Cool. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin.
I want to be honest.
Go for it.
I low-key hate that ride.
Yeah?
It's just so. First of all, they need to fix something because those guns don't work half the time.
That's fair.
And then you're just like, Kirk was mad.
Yeah.
Because he was not getting any points, and I was like, pew, pew, pew. But
well, to be fair, that is Space Ranger. That is Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters.
Oh, wait, what's Space Ranger Spin?
It's the same thing, but in Disney World, and it's the guns are attached to the thing. I think the guns work more frequently on that, but you're right. It's still really hard to do it.
Yeah, it's a fun ride, so I'm not saying it's like the worst.
No,
but
for sure.
Like, It's probably like a C or a B to me.
All right. I'll agree with you on C. I'll give it a C. The only reason I want to give it more is because the Buzz Lightyear animatronic
I was gonna
is
say,
really
like,
cool.
it is really cool, but once you're in the ride, it's kind of just like...
Yeah. It's a cool ride. It's fun. But I personally I think Caleb would argue with me, but if I have to choose between a Toy Story themed shooting game, I'm going to choose
the Toy Story.
The Toy Story Midway
No,
Mania.
the Toy Story one's a lot cooler, too.
I mean, there's things that I don't like about it, but
yeah.
I think for the
most
part...
I think the cool thing with the Toy Story one is that, like, you literally feel like you're in a game.
Yeah.
And you're, like, going around to different things.
I just don't like the 3D glasses, but I don't like 3D glasses because...
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like it's
but
cheap.
The Buzz Lightyear one is just like you're going through a track and you gotta try and shoot everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Next
Respectfully.
one is another thing that I don't think we've ever really done before because it was installed when you might have, I guess.
I'm pretty sure I have.
Okay. Well, it's Casey Jr. Splash and Soak Station, which it sounds fun. I mean, here's the thing. I think in the evening when you're getting ready to go back to your hotel room, probably pretty fun. But I don't recommend as an adult going through it during the day.
Yeah,
because you're going to be soaked.
Wet all day.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like riding Cali River Rapids. Don't do that. Just don't do it.
Do that. Do it in California.
Dude, yeah. Grizzly River
California,
Run is
you dry off really quick.
Yeah.
And it feels kind of nice.
Yeah.
If I have done it, it wasn't a great experience, to be honest.
Okay.
Or this is a dream, but I'm pretty sure it actually happened.
Probably.
But I remember walking, and Mom was like, "Don't play in it," because we were going to the park. Like, it was first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And we were... Is it in a park, or where is it?
It's in Magic Kingdom.
Okay, then we were near it, I guess. And Mom was like, "Don't you dare go over there." And I was like...
But what if I do?
And I ran through it as like a joke, because it wasn't going off at the time. And right as I ran over one of them, it sprayed up. So I was just soaking wet from the legs down.
That's awesome.
But that also could have been a dream. But I'm pretty sure... I feel like that happened.
Fair enough.
But I also vaguely remember Goofy being part of it. So
it's hard to say,
but
because it's possible.
That's how I imagine that would have happened, and even if I haven't done it, that's probably what would happen. So
yeah, that's funny. I gave that a D.
No, yeah, I agree, because that sounds...
I get it, because you get, especially if you have children,
yeah,
like
but splash
your kids
pads
get
in
hot
general
and they
are
want to
just
cool
kinda...
off. Yeah, I agree. Splash pads, I don't love splash
They're
pads.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll let you read off the next few, so I'm not doing all the talking.
I guess that's fair. Casey's Corner Paintist.
Okay, I don't know what that is. I've never done it, but I'm assuming it's face painting.
Oh.
I guess it might be. You might like get a portrait done or something.
Yeah,
let me pull it up on the
never
Google
heard of
box
that
real
before.
quick. Whoops. If it's face painting, what do you think of it?
If it's face painting, I mean, good for them, but...
Oh my god. Neither of us can read.
What?
It says pianist.
It says paintist. You don't know how to spell.
I didn't spell it. I pulled it off of something.
That is not how you spell pianist.
Let me look.
Is it?
No. That definitely, it does say paintist. You're right. We're not stupid.
Okay.
I want to clarify that. We're not stupid, but when you Google it, it autocorrects to pianist. And I'm thinking that's what it's supposed to be. Which would make sense, because I was like, I have no idea what this Casey's Corner paintist is. But
paintist doesn't sound like a word, but I went along with it.
that's what I was thinking too. I was like, whatever. That's what you get for not doing the research ahead of time. And that would also explain why it was underlined telling me it was wrong. But so the pianist, let's take a look at the pianist. That I will say, now that we understand what it was trying to communicate, I pulled it off a website.
It's the guy who plays the piano outside.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, who is on? That I would put it at whatever the second letter was, because I forgot.
A.
No, second to last. My bad.
Oh, second to last. Oh,
yeah, because like that is cool, but you're in Disney.
I think the fact that it was spelled wrong on the website that I pulled it from did not help.
Yeah.
I didn't even double check it. I literally just copy and pasted it and just went with it.
No,
But
I mean,
yeah,
that makes sense.
It definitely,
why would it be
I
wrong?
want to clarify, guys. Again, it definitely said paintist. Yeah, C tier is fine for that. I think it's, well, I'm going to argue, and I'm going to put it at B, because I like hearing piano music, to be honest, especially live.
Yeah.
My wife plays the piano. I love it when she goes up and plays on our piano.
That's fair.
I love hearing piano music. The fact that it was spelled wrong is an F.
Literally.
But we're not ranking the website that I pulled it off of, so low key. Might be. I probably should have copy and pasted the website. It's just a list. It's not like I pulled an article. I just grabbed their list because it was laid out the way I needed it, and I didn't want to retype everything by hand.
Makes sense.
But yeah. So anyway, we'll move on from that. The B tier, yeah, piano music. I like it.
Yeah.
I would put it higher myself, but since you don't want it very high, I'll compromise and give it the B.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Well, I guess I should say part of it, like, the concept of it is nice. And, like, being able to walk by and see. I've literally never seen someone playing a piano there.
Oh, see, I think I have once.
I don't
but
think I've
I don't
seen,
know for
obviously, the quartet. Ugh.
We'll get there.
Anyway.
Cool. Go ahead with the next one.
Country Bear Jamboree.
S. Oh, Lauren doesn't like the Country Bears that much.
See, I have a problem with things that I have to sit still and pay attention to.
Oh.
But I also have only been to the Country Bear Jamboree. I don't even think I went in 2016. I think it was before that.
Oh, weird. Okay.
So, like, I don't fully remember it. What I do remember is pretty cool. And you see a lot of little bears coming around. So I wouldn't put it necessarily in an S, but I wouldn't put it. Yeah, A's fine.
Okay. I'll take it.
I just haven't done it in a while, so I'm like, I don't really remember.
See, I am a big fan of anything you can sit inside. I guess you're the complete opposite. You don't like sitting still.
I don't like sitting still. I like being inside.
And just be a body for a little while.
Yeah.
And Country Bear Jamboree I love their music. I love the animatronics. I'm excited for this revamp that's coming up. I don't remember when it's coming up, but whenever it comes around, I'm excited for it because I like the Country Bears. I just hope they do it justice.
Yeah.
Cool. Next.
Dapper Dans.
Yep. Yeah, you know the Dapper Dans. You just mentioned it.
Oh, the quartet?
Yeah.
Oh, the quartet is an S.
I'm saying.
Everything about them is just...
If there's one thing I love more than hearing live piano music, it's quartets.
Quartets are gorgeous. I love quartets.
I got to perform in one in high school, which is pretty cool. I loved that. I was the melody.
Me too.
Which was dope.
Like 5 months ago.
Mine was like 5 years ago. Well, no, wait, hold on. What year is it?
I don't want to answer that.
It's 2023. It was 8 years ago.
He's old.
Yeah. 8 years ago was when I was in a quartet last.
Dang.
But it was so fun. I loved it.
No, it is really fun.
I want to form a quartet, honestly.
I got you.
Me and you. We need Kirk. We need one more. We need a bass. Caleb would be a good bass. And what I want to do is basically, like, I want to start. There's several things I want to do, but one of the things I want to do is, like, go to the Christmas parade before it starts and just walk up and down Main Street.
Oh, you want to do this, like, in 2 weeks?
No. No. I just want to form a quartet, and then that's a goal that I have with the quartet, is to do, like, carols.
Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine us being a little quartet and going around neighborhoods and caroling, though?
That'd be so cool.
That'd be so cool.
I want to do it so bad. And I want it to be, like, a year-round thing, too. Like, I want to be hireable for, like, parties. Like, it'd be so cool.
Give them a business card.
Yeah. It'd be so cool to do, like, quartet. I didn't even know any quartets. Like, if I wanted to have one come to a birthday party or something. Not that I'm the...
I guess I was going to say part of the problem is I don't know how many people are going to necessarily be like, oh my God, let me get a quartet.
You're going to get enough.
But...
Maybe we go do some campaigning outside of a barbershop.
We are a barbershop quartet.
That's what I'm saying. I think it'd be so cool. So we'll talk about that later. But... Oh. Well, that camera's about to stop anyway, so we'll go ahead and break here, and we'll resume in a moment.
Period, Queen. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Even though you never left.
Yes. So we just left off with the Dapper Dans.
Yes, sir.
What do we have next?
Disney's Festival of Fantasy Parade.
Parades, man. I'm a big fan of parades, to be honest.
Which one is that?
It's the current one.
How current?
Like
recent?
You probably haven't seen it before.
Okay, because I'm going to say, I don't really do parades.
Yeah.
I don't hate them. I just, I don't want to be standing there in crowds of people.
We stopped and watched it.
Maybe that's it. I don't like being in crowds of people.
Probably. That probably has a lot to do with a lot of things. We stopped to watch it we watched several cavalcades, but we also stopped to watch the Festival of Fantasy Parade. So the one that has a song that goes like, "It's the Festival of Fantasy."
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it, but I do like Disney parades. Like I don't like parades, but I like Disney parades.
My brain is telling me that melody is wrong. I don't know. It's close. But yeah. So my pro tip, by the way, and this is not gonna work for everyone because it can't. But there's a really good viewing spot for the parades and the cavalcades in Magic Kingdom, if you can get it. And it is sitting on top of Santa's sleigh. That's right outside of the ornament shop. I'm trying to see. I can't remember the name of the shop off the top of my head. So I'm gonna pull it up really quickly, hopefully, and see what it's called. Let's see. It's like on the walkway, between Frontierland and it's the parade route. So, why is it not showing me names of shops? That's weird. It doesn't have names of shops on this map. But if you just if you're coming through, if you're walking towards the castle, right, you're heading up Main Street, and you turn left, like just before you actually get to the castle, and you follow the parade route backwards, there's like an ornament shop back in that area. And if you go sit on Santa's sleigh outside of that shop, it is the best view of a parade I've ever seen because you're sitting up above everyone so you can see the whole thing. And not like me and Adriana went and sat there 4 separate times for 3 different cavalcades and a parade. And there was never anyone else over there. So it's like hidden gem. Nobody knows it exists.
Except all you people
Except now you guys, all 5 of you. But it is my biggest pro tip. For a guy who can't go to the parks very often, I have one tip that is like above all else, and it's that one.
It's honestly.
That being said, Festival of Fantasy. I love parades, but it's a parade. I'm putting it middle of the pack. I'll put it at B.
I'll take that.
Just because I like the parades, but I also am like, if I have to choose between a parade and doing something that's gonna have a shorter line because of the parade, I'll do something else.
That makes sense.
Cool. Next up.
Well, if I read it how it's written.
Yeah, look at that.
Duombo. But Dumbo the flying elephant.
It's got to be below Astro Orbiters.
I was going to say, it's easily below. Sorry to my fiance. I know he loves that ride.
Oh. We'll pray for him.
It's just one of those spinning rides, you know? It's
yeah.
like...
I mean, for me, the only reason that Astro Orbiters even gets a B is because it's elevated. And it's more exciting, I think.
Dumbo can be fun.
It can be.
Is that you control that one, right?
You control all of the spinning rides.
Oh.
You have a control on all of them to go up or down.
Yeah. But I don't know. Duombo.
Yeah, I put it at C. Just because it's cool, but it's not like.
I wouldn't wait in line for it.
Yeah.
If there's no line, I'd probably go on it.
Yeah, the line at Astro Orbiters could be longer, and I'd go on it still. But Dumbo, if it's any more than 15, I won't even look at it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say that adding the playground, like for kids, in the middle of the queue was probably a key thing to do.
There's a playground in the middle of the queue?
Well, it's not. Yeah, like you go in the queue and there's like a playground for kids, so they can run around while the parent actually waits in line.
I had no clue that it existed.
Yeah, it's when they did the new Fantasyland. That's and they added the second.
I don't think I've.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I don't know.
It's not great. It's not terrible.
I definitely haven't been on that ride in a fat minute.
Me too. I don't think I've been on it since it moved.
I definitely haven't. I think I've been on the Aladdin one.
That's weird.
More
I don't think
recent.
I've ever been on the Aladdin one. Nice. Next up on our list is Enchanted Tales with Belle.
I've never heard of that.
I'm gonna straight up say I've never done it before. I don't know where it happens. I assume
is it just Belle reading? Like, what is it?
I assume it's just Belle reading storybooks. I don't know.
If that's what it is.
The idea behind it,
F.
like F. D, because I don't know where it happens, but I assume it's probably not air conditioned.
I assume it's not air conditioned. It's obviously targeted more towards children as well. So like,
For kids, I'd say it's a good thing.
But
we're Disney
being
adults.
the parent, you gotta stand there.
Oh my gosh.
While your kid is watching and be like,
it probably sucks.
So
maybe we need to do more research on it, but for now, it's standing at F.
Yes, if we're wrong, go ahead and correct us, but be nice.
Yeah, this is all our opinions too. Like, this is not scientific.
True.
We're not basing this off of anything factual other than the fact that our opinion is it sucks.
Exactly. Next up,
go ahead.
Flag retreat.
Again.
S
tier.
I don't know what that is.
Agree to disagree if you want. You know what it is. You do know what it is. The flag retreat is when they find a veteran in the park.
Oh.
Around like 5 or so. I don't know exactly what time they do it.
Yeah.
But it's when they pull down the American flag.
Yeah. No,
and they have the
100%.
veteran carry it out. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm a huge patriot, so.
No. Yeah, I agree.
The amount of respect that those guys put on that performance there are a bunch of security guards with Mickey Mouse shaped badges, right? So a lot of people look at them and they're like, oh, they're not real security, they're not real police or whatever, right? But the amount of respect that they put into that flag retreat. A little background on me, to add to some of the background that you already have on me. I used to be in the Civil Air Patrol, which is an Air Force auxiliary for youth, basically to learn customs and courtesies and drill and ceremonies and some other things about life in the Air Force without actually being in the Air Force. And I was huge on the drill and ceremonies and customs and courtesies side. And drill and ceremonies is like it's in this whole like flag retreat thing. Like anything that is honorable to brothers and sisters who've served. And the amount of respect and dedication and effort they put into that retreat every day. I love it. S tier for me.
No, I agree.
By far and away. Next one up.
I assume it's Frontierland Shootin' Arcade and not Shoot-In Arcade.
Yes. I'm wondering how much of this is Apple autocorrect and how much of it is the website I pulled it from just sucking a little.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
That's a little arcade.
Yes. What gave you that idea?
Well, I'm trying to just make sure I'm picturing the correct things.
Okay, well, so it's kind of by Country Bear Jamboree when you're in Frontierland, and you see there's like that area where all those little like plastic rifles are, and there's like things off in the distance that you shoot. I'm sure you've seen it before.
No.
I think it used to cost. I think it's free now. I might be wrong, but it used to be like $0.25, and you go and you like shoot a laser, and you go like ping, 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 ping. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, but maybe like a B.
Yeah, B was center, right? Middle of the pack. We'll put it at B. It's not super sucky.
That's why I said B.
But it's also like...
It's like, if I don't do it, I'll be fine. If I do it, it'd probably be cool.
I'm 99% sure every single time I've ever been in Magic Kingdom, I've walked straight past it.
Exactly.
I don't think I've ever paid too much attention to it. So yeah, B tier for that one. Next one up.
A goofy a goofy cavalcade.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to put that in the same as the Festival of Fantasy because it's another little mini parade thing.
Yeah.
And I love Goofy. Because I love Goofy, I would put it at A, but it's still a parade, so I'll stick it at B because it
is kind of fun to just be walking around and be like, oh, there's Goofy.
Right?
And keep walking. Cool. Like, you don't have to, stop and be like, there's a parade.
Right.
You just see them and you're like, oh,
they block
cool.
off the road for a minute, and then it's within 10 minutes,
I would almost put that above parade.
Okay.
Because it's less...
I'll take it, because I wanted to give it more because of Goofy.
It's less inconvenient for
That's
me.
fair. I'm with that. Next one is a thing that I've regrettably never done before, and I wish I had. And that's the Hall of Presidents. I have never done it before.
What's the Hall of Presidents?
It's when you go in the theater and then they have all the animatronics of all the
You've
presidents.
never done that?
I've never done it.
Don't. You know the one place I've always fallen asleep in Disney? There.
That's funny.
But then again, I'm not a history person. I
just think it'd be cool.
It is kind of cool.
They have all, 46 presidents?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not 85% sure it's
because they've updated it, right?
Yeah.
Obama's in there.
And so is Trump. And I forgot to ask. I think I asked Caleb. I'm pretty sure the Biden is in there too. Like they update it pretty quickly.
It is pretty cool because the animatronics really do, from the ones that I can speak for, I should say, like, they do sound like the presidents.
Yeah. Well,
which, like,
the newer ones is because they will,
as I say, the newer ones
have the president. Like they had, I don't know when they started, like what president they started with.
I mean,
but they would have like,
I would say probably at least
Obama,
Bush, yeah.
Before Bush, I'm sure.
I don't know the president, so that's
just,
about as far as my
you just have to
knowledge
figure
goes.
out. You just have to figure out when they started doing it and who was president at the time.
I guess that's true, yeah.
And,
Like
and that would
is kinda
probably
cool,
tell you who it was.
I don't know. I just
But
don't.
so yeah, they have the president actually record whatever they want them to say or what.
Because I was gonna say
what
some
they
of
wanna
those
say.
presidents, like they're just giving their speeches that they
Sometimes
gave
they'll
at
just
some
pull
point,
their
so it's just a recording of them. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
so
I'm gonna let you
that
rank
would be
that
why
because
it
I think
sounds
mine's
like
an unfair judgment.
I don't know because I've never done it before.
Oh.
But the fact that they do that
I will
every
say that is
time,
really cool.
I think it's super cool. They're
So
building
it would be,
a way that you can see every president who's ever
Yeah.
existed, like whether you were
I
alive at the time or not.
yes,
I'll give it a
could be
a
considered
A.
B.
Okay, I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B because I think it's cool that they do it, but I've never done it before, which means it's not enticing enough for me to do it. It's literally been there every single
That's
time I've ever
true.
gone. I don't know why it doesn't entice me. And I know it entices Caleb. Caleb loves history, so he's there for
Yeah,
it. But
see, I'm not a history person.
I
Like,
don't
the concept
really
of it
care.
is cool, but I'm like that is the one spot I am destined to fall asleep. That's why I won't go there because I know I will fall asleep.
fair enough. Fair enough.
But you know, it's like falling asleep in class. Like, I don't care to
Right.
learn. Nice spot to nap.
Yeah.
Happily Ever After. That's the new parade.
No, it's a fireworks show.
Oh, the new one.
Yes and no.
Well, because when we went in 2021,
It wasn't Happily Ever After at that point. I
I was
don't
gonna say
think.
because that's the last time I went. So
Yeah, it was an older one, and it went away, but they brought it back, so it's there now. But it's different now, I think, than it used to be. But the song is still the same, and it's actually the reason I'm gonna give this an S tier is for anyone that has seen it and has listened to this podcast through the end ever. Because one of the things that I say during the podcast at the end, the last thing I ever say on all of our podcasts is let the wonder take hold. Number one, because yes, this is Noah Parker's World of Wonder. So I wanted it something that involved wonder to be the outro. But it's actually pulled from that song. It's like the first couple lines of the song. It's like, ready to begin, let the wonder take hold. So that's why I say it at the end. I pulled it from the song.
Crunching into the mic.
That's okay. me and Rick were eating chicken nuggets in the mic, so
Yeah, but
crunching
that
on the
was
ice
the
is
point
probably
of
not
that
as bad.
episode.
Yeah. But yeah, so Happily Ever After gets a good S tier from me because it was the inspiration for the tagline of the show.
True.
And I like fireworks shows. I like riding rides during the fireworks shows. So Happily Ever After pulls people out of the line. 8 S tier.
Facts.
The
The Haunted Mansion. I will say she gets a little downgrade when the what is it called?
I don't know.
When the like ghosts aren't working at the end because that's
The
just
hitchhiking
awkward.
ghosts. Yeah.
You're just
That's a
sliding by, you're
bummer.
like looking at yourself all alone. But
I probably shouldn't have the Coca-Cola logo facing out, but I like the way the Santa looks, so I'm going to do it
ho
anyway.
ho ho.
Coke, please sponsor me.
I do. The Haunted Mansion is a fun one because it's very nice.
I love the Haunted Mansion.
It keeps my brain going because something's happening everywhere. It's something different. I'm like, nice, but I do get to sit there and do nothing.
Yeah.
Beep. I was doing so good.
You were.
But I would probably put it. I know you're gonna say it's like best ride ever.
No.
I would probably put it like a B because it is one of those rides that even when the line is long, I'm probably gonna go on it.
I want to go A because I don't think it's S worthy necessarily. It is super good. I love it. It's a fun ride. It was my entire personality through all of Halloween this year was the Haunted Mansion. I was watching ride-throughs of both Disneyland and Disney World every day. I was using it as the soundtrack for like just playing music around the house, like mood music. I was always playing Haunted Mansion. So yeah, during Halloween, it was like my whole personality. But I'm also understanding that it is not the best thing to exist.
Yeah.
So A is good for me. Next one is one that gave me the creeps when I was a kid and is kind of still creepy to this day. It's a Small World.
Oh, I skipped over. I was like, no, yeah, I agree.
Well, that one gives me the creeps too, but
honestly, I don't really like this. It's a Small World.
I like what it represents.
Yes. But I think the music is getting annoying. The dolls are freaky. Last time I went on it, one of the dolls that like doesn't move kept like, it was like following the boat.
That is
like
creepy.
It wasn't just like, because you know some of them are like, it was one of the, it was the swinging girl.
Oh.
She's swinging, right? And she was like,
that's super weird. One of the reasons it gets points for me is because Walt was, he originally worked on, like it was one of his original imagination things, a child of his imagination. So the fact that Walt's handprint is on it makes me like it a lot.
Like, it is a pretty cool ride.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's fun to look around and be like...
But it do be one of those rides that I fall asleep on. Low-key. Caleb will be over there probably angry, but...
Sorry, Caleb.
But I like it.
Still put it like probably a B.
B? You want to put it at B?
Yeah.
I'll give it B. That's okay with me. If it was Disneyland, I would argue with you, and I would make it an A because Walt actually touched it. But Disney World, Walt never actually touched it. It was just a reproduction of the one in Disneyland because, you know, he passed away before.
Yeah.
He got to see Disney World completed or even open or, yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. So Small World, B tier. That's okay with me. It is fun, though. Mary Blair's got some cool art.
Yeah. It is cool, but it's just a little bit freaky.
Yeah.
And kind of boring.
It's just, some of the dolls just give me the heebie-jeebies, but...
that little cowboy?
Yeah.
The one that pops up out of nowhere?
Yeah. It's weird. Nice. Well, next up we have...
Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise, which is the one Lauren thought I said creeped me out.
Yes. Now listen, Jungle Cruise, easily one of the coolest rides.
Yeah.
However, if you don't get a good driver...
for real.
Ruins the whole ride.
Yeah. With a good skipper, it's an S tier, in my opinion.
Easily.
But with a bad skipper, it's not.
With a bad skipper,
it could be a D and an F even if you get a bad skipper. Like if their delivery's not right.
Well, even the one, you weren't with us. The one we had, Kirk and I had. I was like,
that was the driest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It didn't even seem like she was reading the lines, bro. They have lines.
You know what one kills me though? Okay, I'm going to actually back up and talk about this. I was going to say something completely different than what I'm saying now.
Okay.
I feel very confident that our family is the reason the backside of water joke became such a big staple and became a very key line in the movie with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. The whole backside of water thing. Yes.
I was too little. I'm sure I was participating in this, but I was very much too little, so I have no clue what he's talking about.
This is the reason that I think that. Because when we went in, I think it was while we were living down there in 2011. Okay. One of the times we went on the ride, right? And the skipper says, the eighth wonder of the world, the backside of water. And all of us were cheering and clapping and like, woo, 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 like whistling and stuff. And the guy goes like, wow, I've never seen anybody so excited to see the backside of water. And then we're like, well, it was cool. And he's like, next you're going to tell me you're homeschooled.
Oh, and then I do remember that.
Mom stared at him and was like, they were? And he goes, oh. Now, did that actually have anything to do with the line becoming so funny to everyone in the world? Probably not. But it was hilarious to me.
I was going to say, is that something that's always been scripted? Because I didn't know.
I mean, yeah, so they have different lines, different jokes that they can say at different times. And that's one of them that was on a list of things that were an option to say. But it has become now, like you cannot ride that ride without the skipper saying the backside of water. Like, it's just a thing now. Which kind of takes away a little bit of the specialness, in my opinion.
I wonder if part of, I wonder if it's become so popular because that guy went and was like, yo, this is what happened. It was hilarious. And now people are trying to
recreate it every time.
Recreate it.
Yeah.
Because honestly,
I mean, not to toot our own horns, but that was so freaking
probably
funny.
Hilarious. Because I would say, I do remember that time. Now that you've mentioned it, I'm like, yeah.
And like I said, whether or not it actually did anything, I don't know. But every time I hear that line in the movie, and they say it when I'm on the ride.
Spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen it yet, like, go watch it. It's on Disney Plus.
On my way,
Has been for 2 years.
I don't want to give it a bad score because
I don't either.
A skipper.
I'll give it an A.
You know, like, I don't want to be like, oh, well, the last time I went on it.
If I'm grading it from that day, S, 4 days.
Yeah. But I guess an A is fair because sometimes
A on average, I would say. Yeah.
But most of the time you get a pretty good, like, I just know it was really disappointing when I went this last time, because ours, we got stuck in a little block, right? And most of the time when you're stuck, they're just making jokes, right? They're doing something. Our skipper was not doing anything. It was the most awkward, like, 5-10 minutes ever, because we were just sitting there in silence. And every once in a while, if she'd said anything, she would copy the boat that was in front of us.
So
it was
lame.
like...
So you were hearing everything twice, like with an echo, a really, really bad echo.
And, like, no one was having a good time.
Dang, that sucks.
But...
Well, we'll move on then. Love the Jungle Cruise. Anyway. Next one is Let the Magic Begin.
Is that another parade?
It is not a parade.
Is it fireworks?
There are fireworks involved. Well, there's pyrotechnics involved.
What is it?
It's like the...
Is it the water show?
No.
Oh.
It's the one that takes place on
the
the stage out front of Cinderella Castle, like when the park first opens, or like really early in the morning.
Yeah.
It's basically like it's the opening show.
I've never seen it.
I think I've sat and watched it once.
But that does sound really cool. Like, honestly.
Yeah. But we're Disney adults, so like low key, I'm rope dropping things. I'm not really stopping around to watch a stage show.
Facts.
But the idea behind it is super cool. It's
like
Mickey and his friends, and they're opening the park.
Opening number.
It's cute. I love it.
I would say probably like A.
A tier. Anything that happens on that Cinderella stage, I like. To be honest, especially I love the costumed characters. I know a lot of people think they're creepy and stuff, but I like them. I think it's cool. Next down on our docket, I'm not trying to race through these, but I'm trying to race through these.
Yeah, I'm
one of them.
You can't beep that one out.
There's a lot to get through, and we don't have a whole lot of time.
For your TikTok, can you just combine all the clips of me yawning?
Yes. Next up is the
Liberty Square riverboat,
which I have never ridden.
Never. That's the big white one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, never. I want to
so
bad.
And the fact that I want to makes me think is awesome, but I'm scared to ride it because I'm afraid my expectations are too high.
Because I'm like, is it really that cool? You're going in a lovely little circle around a little pond.
It's probably pretty cool.
But like, I would say it's got to be at least the idea of it.
Yeah.
Is an S.
Yeah, I'll give it that. When we actually go on it, we can reevaluate if we still think it's an S.
We gotta go on it.
I like boats, man. I like the ferry that takes you from the transportation and ticket center to
say Epcot because I can't say Epcot. I messed it up.
Yeah. One time we were on one of the friendship boats, which takes you from Epcot to Hollywood Studios, and one of our skippers he kind of had not a British accent, like a Brooklyn accent, kind of. Was it Brooklyn? Kind of New York? I don't know. New Yorkish
or something.
Yeah, kind of New Yorkish, Brooklyn. I don't know. And he's like,
Jersey.
we're on our way to Epcot. I say Epcot because I can't say Epcot, and that cracked us up because he just said what he said he couldn't say. So
honestly,
anyway,
when we're in Disney, everything and anything can be funny.
Yeah.
So if the skipper's not being funny,
it's the skipper. It ain't you.
Because I think everything's funny.
Yeah.
In Disney, everything's a good time.
Yeah. Okay, next we have the Mad Tea Party. Spinny teacups.
I love a good spinny ride.
Loki, same, I guess.
I wouldn't say it's an S.
No,
because
probably
it is kind
though.
of eh.
It depends on if you just ate lunch or not.
If there's a long line, I'm not going on it.
Yeah, I agree.
But if it's like 20 minutes, you'll probably see me on it, right?
Yeah, for sure. Or if I get a lightning lane, cheeky little lightning lane, throw it on there right quick. Yeah.
Pay the bouncer.
Right. Next, from there, spinning rides. You know, it's fun.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, speak of the devil.
The magic carpets of Aladdin.
What did we put Dumbo at? Because I'm putting it in the same spot.
I was going to say, it's got to be the same as Dumbo because...
Now, it's honestly... thing, too, is I've never actually ridden it, and it's because, like... Because Dumbo and Astro Orbiters are already in the park. Like, why would I go over there?
Yeah, why would I go 3 of the same ride?
Right.
Like, granted, Astro Orbiter's a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
Because it's higher. I think it's a little bit faster, too.
Hard to say. That's hard to say. I don't know for sure.
I want to say, if I remember correctly, the Astro Orbiter is faster than the Dumbo and Aladdin ride.
It wouldn't surprise me.
But see, that's part of it too. Like the Dumbo and Aladdin ride, it's fun, and then it's not fun, and you're stuck, and you're just like.
I'm trying to.
And it's also just kind of like it's so awkward, low key.
Yeah.
You're just like.
My other thing with it that I just realized kind of is I'm pretty sure all of them all spin clockwise. I don't think any of them even go counterclockwise. So like they all even go the same way. Like maybe if Magic Carpets of Aladdin spun the opposite direction, I'd be more down for it, but
I think Dumbo goes this way.
Nah, it doesn't. I was just thinking about it too. It definitely doesn't. Unless maybe when they moved it and they have the two sides, maybe one side does go the other way.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe the one in Disneyland is different
either
too.
Either way, it gets a C from me.
Tier, for sure. The next one is the Main Street Philharmonic. And I am sure that I've seen it, but I'm not recognizing it, so I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
But it is live orchestral music.
Honestly,
I like live music, but I'll give it a B if it makes you happy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I love orchestras are actually really cool. Like
I'm saying,
I didn't like I never cared for like string music like that, right?
Yeah.
But my bestie, he in a string orchestra. That shit.
It's crispy. I like it.
The only thing that I hate is you never know when to clap. Being a theater kid, it's so confusing.
Yeah.
Because theater, the second music stops, you clap.
Right.
Don't clap. Don't clap when the music stops.
In orchestra, when you're at an orchestra
you clap
concert,
when they stand.
Yeah. When the conductor steps off the podium and turns around and bows, that's when you clap.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah, B tier for that because I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But, next one down is The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. F. No, I'll give it D. I won't throw it all the way to the bottom.
No, I will say like it's not terrible.
I don't love it though.
But I
just
haven't
a
been
ride.
on it in a long time, but it is one of those just like sit rides.
Yeah. I think some of the effects are cool, but like it is nothing that I'm going out of my way to ride.
It's not even mid.
The only time I've even ridden this ride is when I'm walking by it and I have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And it's a walk on.
I will say part of the reason I like it is because it's Winnie the Pooh. Like
yeah, Winnie the Pooh has a special place in my heart too. Because
but
of
it's
Grandma.
not a great ride.
The ride itself is just exists. Meet Ariel at her grotto. The idea behind it, pretty cool. I've never done it. Have you ever met Ariel before?
I don't think so. I don't think I've met.
I like meet and greets. I think meet and greets princess. For me are automatically going to get an A or a B, just because meet and greets are cool.
Ariel might be one of the only ones I've ever met, actually.
Okay.
I don't remember. I've only met like one princess, maybe two.
Fair enough.
That's a lie, because of the dinner thing. Anyway.
Oh, well, whatever.
But it wasn't these, so it's different. But yeah, I would say honestly, all the meet and greets are probably
kind of just auto A on those.
Yeah.
Or maybe B's. I don't know. I like meeting characters. Well, here's what I'll do. I'll do princesses at B because I think they do attract. They're like more attention grabbing for like young girls.
That is true, and like some adult females, but like the adult ones who are going to meet the princesses are it's mostly like I'm going to meet this princess,
right?
Maybe this one if I can, but this one. Whereas little girls are like I want to meet all the princesses, and waiting in the line suck though.
Yeah, and so the next one is meet Cinderella and a visiting princess at Fairy Tale Hall. Same thing. Yeah. Just a different princess, but I will say that like I think people are more enticed to meet Cinderella. Yeah. She is, especially because it's her castle.
I mean, Cinderella I've definitely met dozens of times.
Yeah. I think I even met Cinderella when me and Adriana went on our honeymoon because she wanted to go meet some princesses. Mm-hmm. So we went and met Cinderella and Tiana, I think. And it's like, as a respectful gentleman, I went up and told her, thank you for allowing us entrance into your beautiful castle. You know?
See, I think part of it for me too, I haven't gone since I was a kid. Yeah. And like, even like, I will say the meet and greets are incredible because no matter how old the person is walking up to that person, they're going to treat them like they're a kid. Oh, yeah. In like the best way.
That's what I love about
like, it's not like, too. Okay, let's take a picture. You're an adult. I don't have to care. Right. It's always like, oh my gosh. It's so nice to see you. How was your day? And it's like. Exactly. Because, you know, like a lot of meet and greets that aren't Disney. I'm going back on myself. As soon as an adult come back, I would say A.
Those ones are getting A's. Because they're just because they do. That's the whole thing that my podcast stands for, is feel like bringing out your childlike wonder, and like meeting the princesses 100% does that, because they do treat you like you're a whimsical, like not like you're a child. They don't be like, oh, boo boo, need a boo boo.
But they don't treat you like you're an adult. They don't.
Yeah. That's weird. I don't know if it died or if it just stopped. I don't know.
Goodbye to that angle. I haven't looked at this camera once.
That's okay.
Sorry, guys.
Well, we'll go on for just a couple more moments here, and then we'll pause again. And
we'll finish up these the meet and greets probably.
Oh, you know what? That camera stopped too.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how long ago.
It's just me.
So you've been staring at Loran for a while. We're going to stop and fix all of our cameras because they all broke at once. Okay, so we were talking about meet and greets before all of our cameras were cut out. Hopefully we got something. Hopefully it wasn't very long.
Hopefully it wasn't me for a while, because I'm over here like, hey guys.
I think we stopped shortly after that one stopped, right? You seemed to notice it pretty quick. Hopefully. Anyway, we're moving on.
I think I watched it turn off.
Okay.
But I don't remember.
So meet Cinderella and a visiting visiting princess at Fairy Tale Hall. We gave an A tier because meeting princesses is cool and they make you feel young and childlike. It's great. Next up is meet daring Disney pals as circus stars at Pete's Silly Sideshow. Same thing. I mean, the characters get just as excited to see you as you are to see them, no matter how old you are.
That's honestly how the world should be. Like,
yeah. So let's just speed run.
Like
let's
children.
just speed
think
run
about
these,
how nice you are to a child.
Greets.
Just be nice like that to other people. That's really what it is. Like, it's not that they treat people like children. It's that they're nice to them like their children.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a good way to put that. So that is A tier. We're giving that to
Mickey.
Meeting at Pete's Silly Sideshow.
Meet Mickey at Town Square Theater.
Sorry. Meeting Mickey at Town Square Theater is an S tier. Meeting Mickey is above and beyond everything. And then meet Tiana and a visiting princess at Fairy Tale Hall. Same thing. She was a visiting princess when me and Adriana went, but now she has her own meet and greet, which is super cool.
Yes.
She was fun to meet.
Mickey's Celebration Cavalcade.
We'll give that one the same we gave the last one.
I just looked to see that it was easier.
We gave Goofy's an A tier because it was shorter and goofy. But B was what we gave the parade. So.
I was going to say, but
Mickey, exactly.
Because it's usually Mickey and Minnie, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets his A tier as well. We love Mickey Mouse. This is the one that I don't remember off the top of my head either. I think this also happens on the Cinderella stage, and that is Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair. I could be wrong though. I don't recognize it off the reading.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say I don't recognize it.
Mickey Mouse, bro. A tier.
Yeah.
Okay, this is one of my favorite things in this park.
Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Mickey's PhilharMagic. I love it.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Again, I think the 3D glass. I think there's 3D glasses involved with this one. I don't love the 3D glasses.
Is that where something like busts through the wall at one point?
Yes. Okay. Donald crashes.
Yes. That one is pretty fun.
Something into the back wall.
Yeah. That one is pretty cool.
I love it. It's Mickey and it's orchestral music. I enjoy it. I'm giving it S. Are you okay with that? Or would you like, okay. Sounds good to me.
Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor.
How do you feel about that? I think it's cool that it's interactive.
I don't know if I've done it.
I don't think I have.
Because that's the one on stage. It's kind of like giving Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but it's not, right?
Yeah.
That one, it's cool, I guess, but like...
I like that it's interactive.
Yeah, but other than that, it's just like...
I think Turtle Talk with Crush is cooler.
Yeah.
So...
Turtle Talk with Crush is insane because they edit all that. Like, I just saw a video and someone, like a kid was showing him his Buzz Lightyear, and then Crush, like, disappears for, like, 2 seconds, comes back with a Buzz Lightyear. Yeah. I'm like, how y'all
that's pre-programmed in as a thing. But yeah.
But like that's the thing. Like they have to have so many different things pre-programmed
and it's already at the click of a button. It's super cool. So that
in case a kid ever has a bloody nose, Crush can say like
yeah.
That part's insane. It puts that so high.
Yeah.
Because like
I agree. But Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor is gonna sit at
I forgot that's not what we were talking about. And I was like, why did he put a B?
Okay. It's okay. Okay, this is so overrated.
Sorry. Peter Pan's Flight.
Nice. Anyway.
Yeah, so it is overrated.
The line is too long.
Minimum usually.
Always.
Like it's usually the lowest I've ever seen it is like 75 minutes.
For real, I don't
I'm like,
get
it's
it.
not. It's a moving, which that makes it crazier. It's a constant moving ride.
Yeah.
And it's that.
Yeah.
Long of a line.
I don't. Omni-movers that have long waits just boggle my mind sometimes. But
yeah. Like, it's a cool ride. Don't get me wrong.
But it's overrated.
But it's also just like,
why is everyone on it? Why does everyone get on it at once?
Go watch the movie. It's for the blacklight. I think that's the sole reason that anyone's ever on that ride is because they're like, oh, look how my teeth are white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can see where you need to brush better.
Right.
Yeah. B tier for that one. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's just overrated.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
That one, even though it's kind of very similar to Peter Pan's Flight.
Yeah. No, it's
but it's a water ride and it's a little more interactive, I would say.
Like, I would not say that Pirates of the Caribbean is overrated, though.
No, I wouldn't say it's overrated, which is why I'm saying it's crazy.
It's
like,
exactly
that ride is so cool and Peter Pan's is like, meh. But also,
they're more fun.
Pirates of the Caribbean wait, it's rarely a long wait, I feel like, especially recently. It's definitely died down a lot. Like, it used to be a big line.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like a specific time of day I've noticed that it's like weirdly busy, and then the rest of the day it's like meh.
Usually in the heat of the day.
I guess that makes sense.
I mean, anything indoors is like that, but
yeah, but
A tier for me.
Yep.
I like it a lot. Okay, Prince Charming's
Princess.
Huh? Isn't that supposed to be Prince Charming's Regal Carousel?
I assume yes, but it says Princess Charming. So
I'm pretty sure it's Prince Charming's Regal Carousel.
I believe you're correct.
I could be wrong, I guess, but the carousel, I like it.
It's a carousel.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say there's anything specially Disney about it.
No.
Like, it's just a carousel.
Yeah, especially the one in Disneyland literally is a carousel that was pulled out of a park.
Yeah.
That had a carousel. Like,
so I'd say, like, it's cool, but I would still put it, like...
B at best, maybe a C.
I would honestly say C because
we don't have a lot down at the C. We must like Disney too much.
I guess.
Cool. The next one is the Royal Princess Processional. I don't know what that is.
I was gonna say I've never heard of that. I assume
we'll say in theory it's a B, right?
Yeah.
Like in theory it's probably pretty cool. But I've never seen it. I don't know what it is.
I'm
Mom's
trying to
probably
think,
rolling over at home right now, mad that we don't know what some of this stuff is. Processional usually means some kind of walk presentation.
Yeah, I was going to say, because my brain's immediately going to Sound of Music.
Oh.
And that's, they have like their little processional, but they sing during it, I think.
Maybe that's part of it.
Maybe it's like a little walking. Maybe like the princesses walk down Main Street and sing. I've never seen that, so
I doubt it. Princesses don't walk down Main Street.
That's true. It's too dangerous for them.
Yes. Cool. Next up,
Seven Dwarves Mine Train.
I
have only been on that ride.
I
have never been on that ride, but I think it would be like the idea of it to me. I'm like, that's got to be one of the coolest rides.
I mean, I'm saying if you give Goofy's Barnstormer a high rating, you have to give this a high rating too.
No, because that one's I don't think I've been on it.
Yeah,
and if I have, it was once. It was 2016 then.
Yeah,
which I want to go on it so bad again.
I feel like we went on it in 2021 as well.
I don't think I did.
Why didn't you? You were with me. I went on it. I went on it twice.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
pretty sure you did go on it because we got a lightning lane. We had a... No, we didn't.
I don't think I went on it.
I was going to say because we had a lightning lane and it got canceled and we got to go on it again. So, but there was no lightning lanes in 2021, so that's impossible. Oh. Okay, well, never mind. But still, it's an S tier. I love it. It's a fun ride. It's like...
I've never been on it. I don't think I've been on it.
You've probably been on it once. But, well, I know for sure we went on in 2016 because that was when we had the fast passes and Mom gave, we like did the fast, you did your first 3 fast passes for the day, like in advance. And we 100% had fast passes for it.
It was a long time ago. You think I'd remember that?
No. But Big Thunder was an A for me. And I like I was gonna say Mine Train a little bit more because of the swaying cart. I think it adds something that's really cool.
Yeah.
So I give it the S. It's up there. I like it. And next one down in the line, Space Mountain. Dude, I love Space Mountain too. But I will say the only reason it's not getting an S tier for me is because I like the one in Disneyland a little better.
I will say I think the one in Disneyland is longer.
It is a little longer.
It's a little nicer. You get to sit next to someone and not like awkwardly in front. I don't know. Those in front rides,
they're kind of weird. Yeah. So I'm gonna put. I'm gonna put Space Mountain at B.
You know, for the people who are going by themselves.
Yeah.
A B?
Yeah. I would only put Space Mountain in Disneyland at an A.
Yeah, that's true.
It's fun, but it's not fun, like...
sometimes the line isn't worth it.
Yeah.
But it was kind of fun.
That was fun, yeah.
We participated in the handicap cart, which is really cool because it's like an extra cart, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because it's not anything like special that I noticed.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's the same car as everything else. It was. But it's like, they just pop it on the track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's because of the way you board. Because
I guess that's true.
They have you board on a sliding track so that whoever you're with who needs the special assistance can take as much time as they need to get seated and get buckled in.
Yeah, and
you're not having 8 people who are in your car with you waiting for that person to get settled.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of forgot about that part.
But it was cool. I liked it. Yeah.
We're getting close to the bottom.
Yeah, we are. Thank goodness. This has been fun, but it's taken a while.
The Swiss Family Treehouse.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
I haven't.
Oh.
Because when me and Adriana went, it was being refurbished, so we didn't get the chance. And we never made it a priority.
Jordan went on it in 2016, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It was pretty cool. I mean, it's
a treehouse.
I was gonna say it's a treehouse.
It's a walking attraction too. Yeah, it's not like it's a ride. Those,
like, it is pretty cool because like everything is very detailed to it.
Okay.
So like, I don't think I've ever watched The Swiss Family, so I can't necessarily compare it to that.
Sure.
But like, they've got like their little water thing running. They've got like people's bowls out and like they're cooking food. Like, and there's someone's bedroom and like their laundry's on the floor. Like some like random like little details like that that like.
Just push it over the top.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I would still say probably like a bay.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. In theory, it sounds cool.
I love how there's only been one thing that's an F, and there hasn't even been a G. G?
No, there's no G.
What was the B? A B C.
A B is S A B.
There's no D.
Yeah, we didn't give anything a D yet. I don't think we're going to because the things that are left. Tom Sawyer Island is the next one.
I do think.
I'm not intrigued enough to go try it out.
I don't think I did the one in Disney World.
I wonder if I had read Tom Sawyer books when I was a kid, if I'd be more interested, but...
It's not... I mean, I was going to say, it's probably about, like, the same... It's the same vibes as the Swiss Family Treehouse.
Okay, where it's just, like, decorated in this.
Yeah, you kind of walk through. The island's probably a little bit cooler because, like, you're on an island and, like, there's a bathroom that you could use. You don't have to leave the whole thing to go to the bathroom.
That is nice.
So, that one, obviously, yeah, I would say probably a B as well.
Okay. This might be our first D, actually. Might be the D of the list.
Tomorrowland Speedway. You're right, because heck to the track.
For real, it's so bad. I was talking to Caleb. I figured out
because you know how I hate go-kart racing. Like I'm like I don't want to go. I don't want to do it. Like if we go to like Boondocks, I'm like you're driving. I'm gonna sit next to you, right?
Yeah.
We went to someplace in Fort Collins, and I was like, they wouldn't let you ride with another person.
They didn't have like a tandem one.
And so I was like, okay, well, they did, but it was like specifically for kids. And the guy was like, if you're a certain way, you can't go. And I was like, that's a little messed up, but okay. So I did it myself because I was like, I don't want to miss out, right?
Right.
I was having a blast until my cart died.
Oh my.
I was going, something flew in my face. I was like, yeah. I go around the curve, and then I'm like, it's slowing down. I'm like checking my foot because I was like, did I accidentally brake? And I'm like, no. And then the worker guy was already over there. Like he knew that was happening. Wow. And I look up at him. I'm like, help. And he goes, is your car slowing down? I was like, yeah. He goes, all right. I just I like started getting over, not to the inside corner because obviously that's where everyone's going to go. I started getting to the outside, trying to get out of the way, but also not get hit. And I'm like clearly like,
yeah.
And then I stop it. He comes over. He's like, I'm just going to pull you up. You're going to get a new car. I was like, cool, great. He steps away. Nothing. I was like, so then he had to push me. Bro, it was so awkward. I get in the new cart, get on, look over. The gate's open for everyone to enter. I was like, oh. So one last lap, but.
That sucks.
He was nice about it.
Yeah.
But no, the track in there. Ooh.
Dude, I was talking to Caleb, and I don't know if you agree with me or what, but I swear there's something wrong. Like the steering is not accurate in it.
Oh,
I don't think it's really attached.
I think you just hit the gas pedal and you'd be doing the same thing if you were steering.
Yeah.
Or not.
Because like I try really hard, and Caleb's like, you just suck at driving, and I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it's the cart. Like,
yeah, like
I don't think it's me. My wheel is pointing straight. I have not moved it, and I'm bouncing off the sides. Like, yeah, I'm not doing anything.
But I guess maybe you just have to learn. Maybe it is attached.
Just poorly? I don't know. Dude. I feel like it sucks. I don't like it. It's not it's a fun thing to do, but it's like.
But it's kind of, once you're done, you're like, don't want to do that again.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever ridden it twice in one day.
No.
So D. That gets a D, in my opinion. Sorry if you don't like it. Too bad. This is my list, not yours.
Period.
I guess it's
also,
your
if
list
you
too,
like it, you need to go ride a real. you need to go race some real go-karts and then come back to me.
The next one is the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover.
Listen,
girl.
something about the People Mover. It is easily like, if you just think about what the ride is, worst ride. Like, what is that?
It's literally.
But for some reason, it's the best.
I love it.
You just get to sit there.
I could ride it for hours
honestly,
on end.
You know what it is? You get to see a whole bunch of Disney the park.
Yeah, that's true.
You get to go in. You see some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Descriptive words.
I think being able to see Walt's concept for the experimental prototype community of tomorrow is really cool. For that, I give it an S because I don't know why. I love the People Mover. It's
great.
It is one of my few must ride. Like, I don't care what the wait is, I will wait and ride it.
It's nice because like you do get to sit down.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like you get to sit down and relax for a while.
Yeah.
But there's still so much happening around that it doesn't bore you.
Yeah. You don't like. Well, I mean, sometimes I fall asleep. But
yeah, but it's like a good sleep. You're like, I'm in Disney.
Yeah.
I'm by the castle right now.
Yeah.
This is Tomorrowland.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
It's like when you take that last turn to your house and you're like,
I'm home. Yeah. Cool. Next is one that we haven't had the opportunity to do yet because it just opened, and that is Tron Light Cycle Run.
Listen.
Hit me with it.
I know nothing about this ride. Okay. I'm not like a Disney adult. Like, no, like I literally could tell you, the only thing I could tell you about this ride is that you're on a Tron light cycle. But it sounds like one of the coolest things I could ever do in my life. And I want to ride that ride so bad. And I think part of it, that like, because I don't even know Tron that well. Like, I don't know Tron. But you know that game we used to play? The Tron game?
Yeah.
It makes me think of that game. And if I could live that game for 2 seconds, just woo.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that ride. I can't wait to ride it.
Yeah, me either. I'm giving it an S tier without riding it because in principle it sounds super cool. It looks super fun.
Incredible.
Everyone I know that's ridden it has said it's awesome, so I'm with it. Okay, here's another D actually, and that is Under the Sea: Journey of the Little Mermaid.
I'm so glad that you agree with me. I hate that ride.
It's not great.
It's honestly
the only reason it's not getting an F. The only reason it's not getting an F is because Finding Nemo would definitely get an F.
Oh, true.
Because it's worse than this.
But it's like the same thing. I think that's honestly part of the issue. It's like the same ride, but it's just themed differently.
Right.
And you're like, it's kind of like how they changed Tower of Terror to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right. It's the same thing. It's just a different.
Like the Guardians of the Galaxy is cool. I'm not trying to bash Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, yeah, but
like it's Tower of Terror. Why'd we switch?
Get your own ride. Yeah.
Like I think they could have made a lot cooler Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
They did. Cosmic Rewind in Epcot is way cooler.
I haven't done that.
Oh, you should. Next time you go.
I was gonna say I don't think it was open.
No, it wasn't.
So.
Yeah. But so Journey into the Sea with the Little Mermaid.
But does that mean that they're not going to change the one in Disney? Oh, they did change the one in Disney World. They didn't change the one in Disneyland.
Other way around.
Disneyland is Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Disney World is still Tower of Terror.
Then does that mean they're not going to change it? Probably.
I
feel like if they were going to, they would have by now, right?
I would think so. I hope they don't.
They better not.
We need the Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror is... Oh.
It fits the theme of that area, so like there's no reason to change it.
That's true.
And they can't throw Guardians in that corner.
They also took away the great movie ride, and
there.
it was literally...
Yeah, but what they replaced it with is...
It is pretty cool, but...
Okay where it is.
Yeah.
I would prefer the great movie ride myself.
Easily. But. Speaking of... Just kidding.
Tangent.
Walt Disney World Railroad. That's the train that goes around
the
park. Honestly...
Solid A for me.
I was going to say, it's convenient. Mine is... Sometimes the line sucks, but honestly, from what I've experienced,
usually,
the
because
line...
there's usually enough room that no matter what the line is, once the train gets there, pretty much everyone's getting on. Like, it's very rare that you're going to have to wait for the next one.
Like
at Disney World, it's 5 minutes away. 5-10 minutes away.
Yeah, so... It's pretty cool. I think it's convenient. It's a nice little... You just get to sit down. You could ride that thing in a full circle and see half the park.
Like, most of the park.
Yeah, like you can't see like the center of the park, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I agree.
Well, you totally can't see the center of the park because when you get to the main street
I know.
station,
As I said it, I was
totally
like, that's not right. Yeah. You can literally see the whole park.
Yeah, you can. Next is Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress.
That one.
It's a good one. Uncle Dewey told me a story about this. I don't know if you were here yet.
I don't think so. If you, I wasn't listening.
So what he told us about it, and maybe it wasn't even here. Maybe it was at church.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't come. By the way,
that's okay.
I was feeling.
No, I get you. So he told us that when we went in 2005, that they took us on it, which I remember going on it. But what I didn't remember is that all of us kids fell asleep, and we rode it 3 times in a row.
Really?
Yeah, because we were dead asleep. And the cast member would be like, "Are they still asleep?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, they're still asleep." But
that's crazy that they let us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at that point, it was slow enough that there
sense.
wasn't a whole bunch of people flocking to it trying to get through. So
that's adorable.
For nostalgia purposes.
That really makes Disney
S tier.
Like any other place, if you fell asleep on a ride, no matter if it was busy or not, they're not going to let you keep.
No,
I mean, granted, most places don't have a ride that you could fall asleep on.
Right.
But like Disney, they're just like, all right. Like, especially like, obviously we're kids, so they're going to be nicer. But like,
right.
They were just like, okay.
They're pretty chill. Like most of the time, almost anywhere in Disney, for the most part. I mean, not really, but a lot of the time, if you ask to stay on the ride and go again, I feel like a lot of times they'll let you.
Yeah. Like, as long as it's not like one of them big, busy rides.
Right. Like, I don't think you would get away with that on Tron. But other things, maybe.
And last, but definitely least.
I don't know about least, but it's definitely not
just kidding.
Up there for me.
No.
Walt excuse me. Gosh, I got the hiccups now.
Do you need me to say it for you?
Yeah, go ahead. Walt
Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room.
It was cool. I'm glad that they took away the under new management when they had the one that was, they like redid it and it was being run by
the birds from that one
Iago
movie.
and Iago and I can't think of the birds' names.
I don't know.
But the birds, the one from The Lion King and the one from Aladdin. And honestly, I can't remember which is which. I'm pretty sure Iago is the one from Aladdin. Zazu. It's Iago and Zazu. There we go. I had to think of the song.
Yeah.
There's one part where like, you should have listened to Zazu or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
So I'm glad that they took that away and they restored it to the original.
See, that's one of those things where it's just, you're just kind of sitting there watching birds sing to you.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
And it's kind of, like, it gets
annoying.
Entertaining.
Yeah, but
like, because Mom loves that song. Love you, Mom. And she plays it a lot. Like, especially when we would be driving to Disney for 29 hours and that song came on every 2.
Yeah.
That ride.
I'll tell you which one.
But
I did not like Hilary Duff's version of it. That made me angry. I like the recorded one from the show, but I'll give it a B tier.
Yeah.
And I put it decently high, even though it's not one of my favorites, again, because Walt Disney.
Yeah, I was going to say
anything Walt Disney touched, I like to give a little bit more or had influence on it, like, you know.
Yeah, which that's fair.
I mean, I'm sure he touched a lot more of this than I'm realizing, but.
Yeah, but
yeah. Well, that's our tier list for all of the attractions of Magic Kingdom.
Good luck remembering anything, because we don't.
I couldn't tell you if you asked me.
How many? We didn't have a lot of S's.
No.
Dapper Dan's, duh.
Duh.
Flag Retreat.
Duh.
Mm-hmm. Happily Ever After.
Yes.
Liberty Square Riverboat.
And that one's only in theory.
Meet Mickey at Town Square Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Mm-hmm.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Yes.
Tomorrowland. I'm just gonna say People Mover. Tron Light Cycle and Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress.
Yeah, that's a decent list there.
Yeah.
I feel like most everything is sitting somewhere between the A and the B area.
Yeah,
there's very few in C, I think.
Yeah, we only have the Splash and Soak Station. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
And Tomorrowland Speedway and Little Mermaid. I think those are the only D's. And then we have Enchanted Tales with Belle, which is an F because.
Yeah, sorry about it.
Let's just find out it's actually something like really
honestly,
cool. Should we?
No, we'll look it up afterwards.
We'll look at. Oh, he just finished work. Anyway, sorry guys.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's our story, and we're sticking to it, guys. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything you want to add?
No.
Any final thoughts?
Nope.
Okay. Right on, guys. Well, thank you for listening today. Our podcast is available on all major podcast platforms. I finally figured out how to do that without manually posting it to all of them. So if you are looking for a specific one, you can find it down below in the description. If you're on YouTube, you can find it in the show notes if you're on any of the other platforms. But, you probably already found it if you're looking for it there. So
I don't know.
Yeah, you can follow the podcast on Instagram and on TikTok at Noah Parker's World of Wonder. You can also subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Noah Parker _channel. We come out every Friday with a new podcast. Next Friday, guys, I'm pretty sure, if I'm doing my math correctly and I can get all the ducks in a row, should be Marcy and I with our next installment of the DCOM rewatch series that we've started. And I believe we are watching Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century, which is I'm really excited for. It's one of my favorite DCOMs. So hopefully you guys stick around and watch that next week. All major platforms, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Do I need to cover anything else? Make sure you rate, guys, no matter where you're watching. If you're on YouTube, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're watching or listening, rather, on any of the podcast platforms, make sure you give it a rating. Share it with your friends, the family. Put it on your Facebook profile. I don't know. Just get it out there. I'm excited to do this stuff. I'm having a lot of fun with you guys, and I appreciate all of you listening. So unless I think of something random in the next 12 seconds, guys, I'll see you next time. And until then, let the wonder take hold.